My favorite holiday movie would have to be, the best of all time, is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And the quote, I think the best quote in that movie would be when Uncle Lewis says that his wife couldn't hear a trash truck going through a nitroglycerin plant.
Favorite holiday movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, because it's one of my favorite movies I often watched with my father when he was still alive. Favorite quote from that movie that I use oftentimes, both at Christmas and other times, is Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
My favorite holiday movie quote comes from Elf, actually. It's Buddy, Will Ferrell. There's an announcement that Santa's coming to the mall, and he, reacts very, very funny, and he says, "Santa! I know him, I know him." And that's actually my favorite scene and quote from that movie.
Favorite holiday movie is actually a TV show. It's A Year Without Santa Claus with the Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
My favorite holiday movie is hands down National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. My favorite holiday quote is, "Remember, there's room for everyone on the nice list."
My favorite holiday movie and quote is How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. And when Jim Carrey says, "It came without packages, boxes, or bags."
My favorite holiday movie is The Elf.
I know the name of my favorite holiday movie. It's Elf. Just Elf. And the best quote from that movie is, "Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?"
My favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Story, and my favorite quote comes from that movie as well, and it's when he gets the big package at the door, and it's "Fragile," must be Italian.
My personal favorite holiday movie is Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. And my favorite quote is when Eddie Murphy introduces himself and he says, "Billy Ray Valentine, Capricorn."
One family tradition would be to go to Longwood Gardens and see the light show and walk around the park.
One family tradition we always do is my mother-in-law makes a huge lasagna dinner every Christmas Eve. The whole family gets together.
Favorite family tradition is loading up the family and driving around through the neighborhoods looking at all the Christmas decorations and lights.
My favorite family tradition over the holidays is on Christmas Eve, my family all gets together, we order a ton of Chinese food, and watch A Christmas Story.
Family tradition is actually a tradition I've done usually when my family is in bed. It's on Christmas Eve, and it's after the kids are in bed, and it involves Christmas Vacation. Because while they're in bed sleeping, I will put the movie in and watch the movie as I wrap their presents.
My favorite family tradition is when my parents and I and my sister will go through neighborhoods looking at Christmas tree lights on the houses and on the trees.
My favorite family tradition is when my 3 kids wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and open all their gifts under the tree.
My favorite family tradition is baking cookies for Christmas the weekend before.
My favorite family tradition is when our family gets together and goes and cuts down a fresh Christmas tree right down the street.
My favorite family tradition is playing football with all of my cousins on Christmas Eve.
And actually my favorite family tradition comes from that movie too. We always sit around and watch the 8 o'clock showing of A Christmas Story on Christmas Eve, right before we open presents as a whole family.
We started a tradition ever since Owen was born, is going and cutting our own Christmas trees down. So we try to do that every year as a family.
One family tradition we have now that I'm engaged is going back and forth to fiance's house for drinks and then back to my house for more drinks.
My favorite holiday tradition is just watching the little kids in my family, my brothers and sisters, open their presents.
Well, Christmas Eve we go to my brother-in-law's house and they have horrible food, so we have to stop at a fast food restaurant at 3 in the morning on Christmas morning to get something to eat.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from WilmUAthletics.
Great job, man.
Favorite holiday movie is Family Christmas.
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. Oh, redo that. Re-edit that. Re-edit that. Re-edit that.